All right, we are live. We are live. Now, Scott is in transit. All right, I'm with Whiskey in the Six, but go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about you, my brother.
What's up, everybody? This is the second time I've been on this channel, so thank you very much for inviting me, Bart. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. We were just on with you, and that was an awesome show.
Yeah, honestly, I had a great time. That was really, really fun.
That was great.
Yeah, no, for those of you that don't know, my YouTube channel is Whiskey in the Six. Today I'm off site. I'm actually at my parents' house, so it's a little different background.
I noticed. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe you just changed locations. Obviously, big location change.
Yeah. My parents live in Toronto as well. I actually currently live in Woodbridge, which is just outside of Toronto, but my parents live in Toronto, so I thought good place to shoot.
Very cool. Very cool. I am a huge avid book reader. So when you're talking, I'm looking over these books on the shelf behind you.
Yeah, these are not mine. Well, some of them are from my childhood, actually, but not all of these are mine. Some of my university books are still here. I have 3 brothers, so there's a mix of all of our university and college books.
That is cool. I see the Rule of Benedict. Just out of curiosity, what is that?
Benedict is, I believe they're referring to the Pope, the previous Pope. My parents are very Catholic. So.
Good. All right. I won't die. You know, I'm going Bruno. See, if Scott was here, he'd be pulling me back in and say it's not about books.
It's no problem, man. I'm totally cool with it. So.
All right. And
I'm just excited about what we're going to be doing today.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm hearing somebody at the door too. Hold on real quick. Can you go check the door? All right. Thanks, brother.
So I've been watching periodically throughout the day. You guys have been doing pretty well as far as viewers. What are we at right now?
Oh, boy. You know what? With me, I don't have a secondary screen currently pulled up. And that is part of my problem here as well, is in my hurry to get this switched around. Let me see if I can pull it up. I didn't even pull up a secondary chat screen.
Yeah, I don't have my chat going either because it's off of my phone. So.
Right. Okay. And that is part of what I'm running in. So if that's either going to be Scott at the door or that's going to be the Whiskey Scout who finds whiskey for us in a 4-state region. But he's also going to pop in here today. And a little secret, he's bringing some Zima for Scott. Scott doesn't know that yet, but he's going to make it here.
So he's going to have to chuck some online then.
That's right. I'm going to make him do something. I might add something with a little peat to one of the Zimas just to see what it does. I'm sure it won't be all that flavorful, but you never know. So yeah, today the big deal is we're doing the Octomore 6.1.
Yeah, I don't know if you got a chance to watch my interview with a buddy of mine from Toronto Whiskey Society.
I've not seen that one.
So we just filmed that the other day, and we did 6.1, 6.3, 7.1, and 7.3 in one sitting.
I knew you were talking about it when we were on your show, and I was like, wow, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. I almost feel bad because you need to give more respect to these whiskeys because they're fantastic whiskeys.
Cool. Now, real quick, here, pop on just so they can see you. Come here, Whiskey Scout. This is Hendrix. This is the Whiskey Scout.
Right on.
He might make a little show every now and then. I know you just ran in. All right. Now, did you grab our food too? Yeah.
I got the food.
Woo! See, you brought in food.
That's it.
Not
just a Whiskey Scout. He's a food scout too.
That's right, Robert. Well, Food Scout, I told him to get the meat lovers pizza so we could just carve up while we're doing the show.
That's it.
Robert Hendricks is the full name. We call him the Whiskey Scout, and I know you just ran in. So, yeah, here's the deal with the show. The turnarounds are rolling fast. We knew at 15 minutes we were going to have some sharp turnarounds.
Yeah.
They have. And then this was the tricky one because Scott always does the link ins. I've only done a couple. And so I had to do this one, without a safety net pretty much. I still called Scott, though, I'll tell you the truth. So tell us a little bit, first of all, what episode number? I can't remember. So tell us where people can go find that show where you did the multiple Octomores, because they've got to go watch that.
Yeah, so that's episode 141. It's the most recent one. I don't mark any of them, although I have a funny feeling that if I had to mark any of the 4, they would all be high 80s, low 90s in my opinion.
Sure.
But I don't mark them because I didn't give them enough time each to like savor and go through the drams. But yeah, it's 141. And we talked a little bit about Toronto Whiskey Society, which is what Jeremy, who was on the episode, is part of. And they're a really cool group. And he has a whole bunch of whiskey that's really, really nice. So
beautiful. And so now, just if out of those, well, I don't want to ruin it. You guys got to go. I was going to ask you which was your favorite out of that, but never mind. Disregard that. They've got to go check your show out to find out what your thoughts are.
Well, honestly, I don't mind divulging just because they're all so good that I don't really think you can go wrong.
You got the Zima.
What?
I was watching.
No. See, I was going to surprise him with the Zima.
I got it.
He had the show on live on his phone. No, I was going to shock him with it.
There is not a moment uncensored by Scott, that's for sure.
See, that's it. That's all meta. There we go. I should have kept it secret. Look at that. Who's here?
What's going on, buddy?
Who's here? All right. Well, here we go. Let's get this open. Scott's coming in. Scott, I got a glass for you here. So there we go. Whiskey Scott, you can even hang out on that chair back there if you want, or if you need to move around, that's good too.
I got to use the.
Okay, you bet. Right down there. All right. Well, I blew it. I was going to surprise him.
Yeah,
though.
you was talking about it.
Yeah,
Jackson was driving. He started laughing.
No.
You're
Yeah.
like, you know about it now.
Dang it. Yeah, it was supposed to be a secret. Yeah, the Whiskey Scout. Get in here. Slide in time. The Whiskey Scout, I told him, hey, when you come in, he's bringing me. First of all, he found me, and I may show this a little later. Willie Nelson used to live in the town that I grew up in. And he said, hey, I found this real obscure, $30 bottle of a Willie Nelson deal. Comes with a guitar pick and everything. I don't even know how good it tastes. I said, get it. I'll pay you back. And then I told him when he was coming here, I said, would you mind grabbing some pizza? Because we're running and gunning. And grab some Zima, and I'm going to surprise and serve some Scott up with some Zima. Surprise out! Surprise!
I'm going to say we set this up with the 45 minutes and then the 15-minute break to get set up. And I considered if we should do it 10 minutes.
Right. No.
10 minutes would not have been enough.
Yeah, if anything,
you guys are being so
these other guys out there are thinking about doing this.
Nobody's that dumb. Look at this. I got a glean of sweat on here. I'm in an air-conditioned house. We're running and gunning now. Well,
we got wardrobe changes. We got location changes.
We're tagging bags for winners. We're grabbing different whiskeys.
I wonder if you're trending by now. You got to be trending on YouTube by now.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah. 1 million viewers live.
There's about 10 million viewers. You guys have gone viral.
That's right. We're on it. They're like, look at these guys. When are they going to quit? When are they going to stop? How can they do a 10, 15-minute turnaround? Yeah, 15 minutes sounds like a lot of time. It's not.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I was counting down the time. I was like, man, we're like 5 minutes away from showtime. I wonder where these guys are.
I know, yeah. I'm like linking in. I'm checking. The doctor's in the house like, no, hit that other button. I'm like, this button? He's like, I think so. He's never even done it before, but he's like he's a very smart man. That's why he's a doctor.
Is it about time for a
It's
check?
almost time for a check, but he's not quite ready. He's got to get his instruments prepped, is my understanding.
Now, okay, so I just poured the 6.1, and I got a peat and peanut.
What?
Peaty peanut.
A peaty peanut?
Yeah, I can see that.
Ooh, God, this does smell good.
It's so good.
Oh, we're getting back into my wheelhouse here. I'm like, oh my.
Now, I will point out when you did the Octomores the other day, you did point out or kind of single out, you thought the 6.3 kind of stood above the others.
Yep.
Now, we've only had the 6.1.
I do find that this one's, although it's one of the lowest in peat of the 4, it actually smells the most peaty, in my opinion. I might be wrong.
It's got a nice creosote.
Yeah, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Wow. Look at that.
Peat and peanut is about all.
What is this doing around here? We're doing Scotch. That bottle of wild.
You can never go wrong with having that bottle around. That's for
That's
sure.
right.
Hold on.
Hold on. What do you got? What do you got? You got a call
I
coming
better
in?
get back in here for comments. You're
Oh.
not even looking at comments.
I know. I told them
I was
that earlier.
commenting
I know.
on
I
the
know.
way here.
Well,
I was
obviously.
talking it up.
And we've had another 1 or 2 more Patreon people have jumped on as well. I know.
Sweet.
It's getting hard to track. I'm
Right.
tracked by my emails. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's good. We got to figure out, you know what we should give away? We should give away an empty sample bottle that we signed.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, he doesn't like that
We
one.
can throw that one in.
I know I asked you guys for permission, but as long as you guys are still cool with it, I'd be willing to give away either one of these 2 hats. I don't know if you're cool with it. Like I said,
Yes.
the black on black or the black on white, whichever the person that wins figures, whatever they want.
That'll be.
I have a trivia question. Do you want me to shoot it at the end? Or?
Beautiful. No, right now.
Yeah? Okay, so Scott, then you got to be the judge because I don't have the chat going right now.
Are you up
Okay.
on chat?
Yeah.
He's up.
You're up? All right. So, very easy one. The first time I appeared on the Scotch Says Dummies show, what was the Scotch that we reviewed together?
That's a good one.
I know
too.
that one.
Yeah. Scott knows that one. That's good. Even I know that one. I want to yell
Are
at
you
you
sure?
because I usually don't know.
I don't. You probably don't.
I was debating what the trivia question should be. I was like, maybe
It was a
a
Japanese.
Star Wars question, maybe a Spider-Man question, maybe I don't know. But then I was
We did a beer that time, wasn't it? It was like an ale.
Dram dude.
I thought we did a wine. Didn't we do a wine?
Yes. It was a heavy port wine with a Madeira finish.
Dram dude just got it. Glengoyne 25.
25. Because we haven't had the 21.
What was it?
Dram dude. So send
Dram Dude. All right, Dram Dude, shoot me an email at whiskyinthesix@gmail.com with your information, and I will send a hat, either white 6 or black 6, whichever you like, buddy.
Ooh, white 6 or black 6. That's good. I saw what?
I was gonna say our doctor is here for our checkup.
The doctor is in.
All right.
But before we go into the Octomore 6.1, I believe we need. Oh,
He wants
God.
to make
Yeah, we
sure.
got to get a checkup.
He wants
All
to
right,
make
you
sure.
fellas, how you doing? I've been worried
Lord
about
have mercy.
you. I've been worried about you. You
What are
fellas
we
okay?
doing?
We're doing
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
How you doing?
I'm hot.
All right.
I'm
You all right?
hot. I'm running a
What are you
temperature.
sweating for?
I just
Well,
can't
I'm,
wait
been
for-
I'm
outside.
seeing what you're carrying
All right.
in your hand there.
Well, here's the deal. I couldn't
Oh.
find no IVs, but I got the next
Oh.
best thing.
I don't know if that'll do.
enema bottle.
Well, I only used it.
Hopefully it's new.
Goodness.
No, I've
Oh.
only used it like once.
Oh,
It works
that's
pretty
horrible.
good.
You're
I mean,
spurting.
It works pretty good.
You're
But
spraying.
anyway,
Oh,
I
you're
want you
spraying
people.
around.
I want
Oh,
you people.
my.
Oh my goodness!
Is that
I want
water
you
in
people
there?
to stay hydrated.
God dang, what if that's been
Well, you gotta
used
take
at
the-
some point?
you gotta
No,
turn it
don't,
on.
don't, it'll
There you
spray, it'll spray. Don't do it. Oh, God, that's
You know what?
horrible.
These things would make good camel wax.
Oh, my gosh. Wow, turn him off, turn him off.
What is that
Yeah.
stuff?
Anyway,
That's a
I want you
forced
people
drink.
to stay hydrated. So,
All right,
so I've been worried about you.
All
it's
right.
the doctor,
We're staying.
Dr. Cousin Shane's in the house.
I got the enema and the turkey baster. We can go do whatever needs to be done. Okay?
Thanks, doctor.
Woo! The
You're
doctor
in
in the
charge. You
house.
need to be hydrated.
I'm just glad you didn't get any closer with that. Woo. All right, now we got to be ready. I got the AC on and it's not doing enough. We're even in the cool basement.
So
What?
I wrote down the ppm on this one. It's 167, and
Yes, that sounds right.
it's 57%.
Yes. Aged 5 years.
And the guy from Toronto Whiskey Society, Jeremy, that was on my channel when we reviewed this, or we tasted it anyway, said that at the time when they came out with the 6.1, it broke a record for the amount of ppm that was in one whiskey. So
Yes.
I don't know if you guys can confirm or deny that, but I'm not 100% sure. I didn't do my research clearly.
Well, I think I got that when they came on Mark Gillespie's show, Whiskey Cast. They talked about that as well because the whole deal was, you know, they were in Isla, they were putting out a non-peated whiskey and and now they're going to bam. Now we're putting out the most peated whiskey ppm that you can get, and it did break records at that time, and I think they continue to. If you want to ask, if I remember correctly. What do you get on the nose here?
Well, once you wade through the heavy peat and the nutty notes that Scott was pointing out, I do pick up some honey.
Oh, okay.
See, for me, I get soot. Well, you're good. You're diving in, man. You're diving in.
And you know what? I think I mentioned it in my video, but it kind of reminds me on like a higher jacked up like steroids type scale of Amroot Fusion a little bit. Like obviously Amroot Fusion is nowhere near as peated as this. Not even close, but
now I gotta say, right now your beard is perfect and it's distracting me. Very well trimmed, neat lines, and full.
Thanks, buddy. I figured I'd grow it. I'm like a chia pet. I told you. Give me another week and it's going to be a monster.
That's it. I had to make the comment.
For those watching that don't know, Rob is known as the best looking whiskey reviewer on the YouTube.
Yes. That's right.
Well, next to you two, of course.
Well, no. They call you the teacher. That's how good you are. All right, Scott.
Are we diving in on this one, guys?
Yeah, I get the creosote. I get a nice sugary, sappy sweetness with it.
Yeah.
But it always returns back to that kind of that railroad tie creosote. But I love that sweet sugar that's underneath, and it gets my salivation going. Ooh, sparky.
You know,
yeah.
Peat, and more peat, and then repeat it.
Yeah, no,
and then turn around and bend over, and there's more peat.
Hold on, we've already had the bend over part. Where you going? Woo! Boy, that is. It's powerful.
Despite the ABV, you don't need any water on this one at all.
I'm gonna add some.
Yeah, we'll try to bring it down.
And not from the enema bag.
Oh yeah, boy, you almost lost control of that flow control there. I'm using this little stainless steel straw. We're going right in, baby.
And I'm totally trusting the doctor that was an unused bag.
You're gonna find out later. God, I'm looking in the wrong spot. I'm down here. I'm like, turns out a couple uses.
It's sterilized.
Right. Yes. You dipped it in whiskey a couple times.
I mean, maybe a little bit of sweetness. I can get all peat and a roasted nut. Smoked nuts of some sort.
On the palate?
Yeah.
You don't get the sweet?
Maybe just a slight sweetness. I would be hard pressed to tell you it's citrus or it's honey or it's sugar or it's a berry. I mean, like I say, just maybe a slight sweetness in there with it.
Interesting.
Another Patreon came in. We're going to have to look and see what our numbers are at when that drawing comes up.
That's awesome, guys.
Yeah.
And those are all for, like, they're getting giveaways as they come in?
No, not as we're getting in. What we're doing is we're doing 2 giveaways, we won't promise 2 for every show, but there's one for basically those that are watching live, which this case they got, what's the name, got your hat. And then for Patreon supporters, they're in their own little segment, and we're keeping track as best we can of the numbers so that nobody doubles up. But obviously, out of, I think we're at 32 now. My goal is
you could. We're going to try to limit, like for the Patreon contestants, you only get 1 chance. But if you're commenting on YouTube here, the other coin or the other glass is going to the YouTube commenters.
Right.
Some of them are doubling up. Right. Now, if you're watching and you're paying attention and you're getting the trivia,
and you're a Patreon supporter, you can win.
Boom! I was like, boom!
12 hours. You'd think that was the name of the show. 12 hours. So he asked when we logged in, he was like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "Good." He's like, "Really, with the show?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's killing me is these turnarounds." I was sweating. Yeah. I'm grabbing another glass. The doctor's showing up. The dog's barking. I'm like, "I need a hat." I'm all ready. The bald spot's showing. I'm like, "Dang, I got to cover that up." No, I got to do a shirt change. Shirt change needs to happen. And then I'm linking in and I'm calling, "Hey, double check. And then, like I said, the doctor, who's never logged in live in his life, is like, "I think you need to hit that button." I was like, "Damn, he's right."
Real quick, Claire the Third asked, he says, "I thought the Dummies weren't big 6.1 fans."
No, not as big as the 6.3.
Yeah, but we did the 6.1 early on.
Yeah.
And I think when we looked at the price point on it and what you what you get. I think that's kind of where some of it comes in.
So the peat lover here's the deal. The Port Charlotte, I love the Port Charlotte. Scottish barley, Isla barley's fine too. Scottish barley, Port Charlotte, you're getting it for, I think it's running about $80, $90, depending, $75. And for me, I got much more of that peaty, meaty, savory flavor than I did with this Octomore 6.1. So it was good. I like it, but there was no way I was going to spend almost double when I really, really was digging Port Charlotte. And quite honestly, the 10-year Lafroig or the cask strength Lafroig, phenomenal. So I got it. It was good, but it
yeah. No, it's funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
For me, this doesn't taste like Isla peat. It tastes like something else. It's not exactly like your typical Isla peat. I think, you know, your Ardbeg, you open up a Lafroig quarter cask, and it's a different smell. You get that like burnt rubber tire, right. You know.
Exactly.
That doesn't happen here for me. Honestly, like I kind of prefer it that way, in my opinion. I mean, never to each their own, but I really like the 6.1. I don't think there was an Octomore that I tried that I didn't like, to be honest with you.
Now, since you,
and I'm shocked. I'm shocked that at 5 years old you can get this.
Right, you've had all four, right? 6.1, 6.3, 7.1, 7.3.
That's right. Yeah.
No, I know you said you didn't mind kind of revealing it, but which one of those, having them all in that almost like a shootout version, what stood out for you and why?
So I'm shocked that Bart, you don't like this one the best, because this one's the peatiest in my opinion. Although some other ones that have, I think you guys just got another one.
Yeah, Patreon's fired up.
The other ones have higher ppm, but they don't smell or taste as peaty as this one, in my opinion. Now, the sweetest one I think Scott would like the most, I think, was the 7.3.
Really?
So 6.3, 7.3, those are the sweetest in my opinion.
You got to buy it. How much is it? 180?
Over here, I think in Alberta, it's about 160, 180, something like that. That's Canadian, sure, which is a good price in Alberta. Over here in Ontario, it's 220.
Wow. That's at the LCBO?
That's, yeah, at where the monkey spins the wheel for the price.
Lana Lou commented she just joined as a Patreon.
Oh, Lana Lou.
Very nice.
Nice. On this, I get like a clay, and on top of the creosote, I get like a clay, or almost like if you've, Bruno likes to sit at the spinning wheel and form pottery, and then when he puts it in the kiln, that's kind of the smell I'm getting.
Well, you remember when we replicated the scene from Ghost?
Yes, I was behind you because I have long arms.
And
I can reach over.
We made that vase.
I call it a vase. You always call it a vase, but I'm going with you on this.
It's like that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with the clay smell. That's a good point.
Ooh, I like your vase. Sorry. Well, it might be taking effect.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
Right. We do. I'm feeling.
I think I say vase as well. I'm going with vase.
There you go. See, I go with vase, although I like caramel over caramel. What about you? You like caramel, don't you?
It kind of depends. I mean,
caramel sounds savory.
Yeah.
Caramel sounds like.
But I think you say I had a caramel apple.
Right. I would say, yeah. You don't want to go around like I had a caramel apple. You could.
Yeah, but that's not.
If you're in Toronto, everybody would say you had a caramel apple.
Caramel? See, caramel.
You say I'm a boot to have a caramel
apple in a vase.
I'm a boot to have a caramel apple. Hey.
Now, did you see the part where I was commenting on the reading material behind him?
Yes.
Oh, you saw that?
And I commented in all caps, no, it's not about the books.
See, he was watching. That bugged him right there. He's like, I need to get over to Bart's house stat.
I told Jackson, step it up.
Yeah, he had a driver. We're all about safe. You got to drink responsibly, so he had a designated driver. He's like, floor it, boy, floor it. Bart's talking about books on a shelf. Who's tuning into a Scotch show to hear about books?
Do we have?
He's just like, this is going crazy.
Did we get
I love books,
Zima? Do we have the,
these are not mine.
There is Zima in the house.
are
Yeah.
we drinking it now?
No, we're gonna do
later?
it. We're gonna do it at a bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're too ad hoc in my office. Look at that. Zima's in the house.
It would not be 12 hours of boom without a Zima.
Right. Yeah, we're working in a Zima.
Question: do you guys have a funnel? We can have
Oh,
stuff.
No. Well, I bet the doctor's got one.
Yes, that is not very
Don't even-
responsible drinking from whiskey. And,
That's the Canadian cottage way.
yeah. Yeah. Later on, we got beer pong going on, but we call it whiskey pong.
The good doctor.
Yeah, the good doctor's got about everything. He's got a guitarist showing up later. You got to tune in for that.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
have you been watching along? Have you been checking out?
I have. I watched the first couple. I watched Brian, the liquor store owner.
Yeah, Dave.
His name though.
Dave,
What's his name
Dave
again?
Dvorak.
That's right. That's the one.
That's right.
Yeah. So far, so good, gentlemen. You guys are doing an awesome job.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's rolling. We're having fun. Like I said, the turnarounds do get a little hectic. We're like, we gotta go.
Well, you were very ambitious in choosing a different scene for each one.
Right. Yeah, we had to, just so it wasn't like easier. We're like, and we're gonna change location multiple times with different guests. We got it. That's easy.
Well, you don't want to be getting up after 12 hours of drinking from one spot. That's never a good idea.
Yeah, it's true. Luckily, now that we've landed in my abode here. We're going to move. The next show is going to be up at my island, Bart's Island, we'll call it, up in the kitchen. We're going to have a little bit of echo up there because it tends to echo in that room.
Oh, maybe we didn't have this mic, though.
True. We didn't have a better
how
mic. That is true.
Yeti works.
So we'll see if that brings down the echo a little bit. But our lighting's up there. We're ready to go. So we'll shift upstairs. Are we there for one show?
Well, we've got should be two, I believe.
And then we're going to be down at the bar. So we'll be on familiar territory again.
A couple of people have pointed out, we originally, when we set up Patreon, we had a $50 goal per episode. A couple of people have said we just reached it.
Woo!
We've been below it just a little bit here, which actually that was not our goal today.
No.
I don't think we sat down and planned, hey, we need to get our Patreons up.
No, but that's
we
nice.
love it. We appreciate the support.
It's an extra way for us to. We've been talking lately. We've been so busy. We've added some new shows. And we, early on, quarterly, we wanted to have private showings with our Patreon supporters, and we've only done it once. So we're going to get back into doing some of those just with the Patreon supporters. But we were sitting down on the giveaways, and we said, you know what else we can do? Since you can get in on the contest live, what if we add a sub one just for the Patreon supporters because they have been there? And I know that's driven some of that traffic, and maybe they'll stay around, maybe they won't. But it was just something, we felt a little bit obliging because really the Patreon supporters, along with everybody live, helps us out. Uh-oh. The doctor's back in. He's walking around. Sorry.
He's looking mischievous.
Yeah, he's looking. Oh, God. Here he comes. He's still got
I
it.
want to make sure you fellas are happy. Did one of y'all leave this sample laying around?
Oh, Lord have
No.
Is he
mercy.
going to sing us a song?
That's the
Did you leave?
Hold on.
that one's got a lot of vitamin C in it, I think.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh,
Oh, what are you doing? You're like an old school doctor.
I was afraid he was gonna make one of us do that.
I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know if I want to try it.
Oh, he's
or not.
drinking it.
Yeah, that's good. That's probably the most expensive stuff I got in that vial. He's probably over there like, what about this one? And Whiskey Scout's like, yeah, if you're going to drink something, drink that one.
So, have you guys touched on this since your last review of it, the 6.1?
Only we did like an impromptu kind of verses when we tried the 6.3 live. You said get it off the shelf and do a comparison. And then I think you came over once and tried it that way too, just to see the differences.
You gave me a sample
Okay,
after
that was
to
it.
try
That
it
was
side
it.
by side.
Because here's the deal for me: the 6.3 was more lively. It had a few transitions in it that I wasn't getting from the 6.1. It seemed to kind of move through a start, a middle, and a finish. Whereas I don't get all those movements in the 6.1, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I love the 6.3. I think it's awesome. I feel like there's different casks used for these, to be honest with you, because there's a difference in taste for sure. And in 5 years, using roughly the same amount of peat, I don't know how they can do that without using different casks.
It's amazing.
So there's got to be I wouldn't be surprised if they put these barrels in a heated area, because I don't know how they can get it to taste that old in a regular Scottish environment where they would keep it in, you know, those colder temperatures. Like, you know, sometimes it's on dirt. I don't see that happening here. I think there's something definitely happening with barrel treatment.
Yeah, that is a good point, and that could be. Now I'll tell you mine, but the 6.1 is good, and I think it's when you sit down and you look at here, it's $170. I think that's a little bit of a letdown. I mean, it's good.
Yep.
Would I buy it again? No. But then when we had when we had the 6.3. I mean, it's so different.
We both bought that.
Yeah, I mean, that led us to go out and buy that one, and I wouldn't be afraid to buy it again.
Right.
I mean, that's the difference to me.
Yeah. When we poured out all 4 of the drams, and we let them sit on my desk for 30 minutes before we started the video, and I did notice a big difference in tasting it when we first started this video, because I had just poured it, to when I tasted it the first time, which was 3 days ago. So I feel like the 6.1 really, really benefits from being in the glass for some time. So maybe that could be it too. I don't know if you guys are noticing a difference now as opposed to when you first poured it.
Well, and I wonder,
open up a little bit.
When we did the 6.1, was that one that we cracked the seal and poured it and had it, or did we take notes on it beforehand? I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either. I wanted.
If it was one that we just cracked the seal on and poured, I mean, if it didn't have a chance to oxidize, that could be part of the problem.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm just trying to figure it out, because we like I said, we lined up all 4. And there were differences for sure. Each one was a very different whiskey, which is crazy in my opinion. But I didn't notice one being like substantially less in quality. And maybe it's because we let them open up so much on the table. I'm not sure.
Well, that's good to know, because I was curious if one of those, like the 7.1 or the 7.3, was going to be, you know, where you were like having them in a row like that would be a wonderful shootout. And if you saw one kind of dipped below the others.
Yeah, it could be too that this was my first experience with the 6.1, and then it just gradually got better as we went. I don't know. I would like to do that shootout again, having a little bit more experience with them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Do that again. Do it, you know, part two.
Yeah.
You're looking at comments. He's going to peruse some comments.
But I hadn't looked. We got a donation from Arnie Jansen. He is not in the States. I forget. He said earlier where he was at.
New Zealand.
But wherever he's at, it
seemed like a good guess.
It's $50 of his
Madagascar. So no, not getting anything.
I don't know. I said I don't know.
Hungry. See, we got pizza upstairs.
Bend over.
Whoa, hey. Once again, you went dirty.
What's going on in the comment section? I feel like
Ashgabat, Turkmenistan.
Honestly, since it's on my phone, I haven't been paying that close of attention. I've been setting it down and then picking it up once in a while and perusing them.
You got to pulling out Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. That was good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was good. That's the capital of Turkmenistan. It's right off the Caspian Sea.
Live with us.
You know what? I don't know.
80. It's down at the bottom. 84.
It's right there. 84.
Nice.
Usually I'm way over there and I can't even see the screen. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like every time I take a sip out of this, I get a little bit of something different. And I don't really like adding water to this one for some reason. I feel like it's going to diminish that texture.
Well, I know it doesn't open it up anymore. So
we've got a challenge from the Malted Man Cave.
Challenge.
If you haven't checked out Malted Man Cave, he is on YouTube. He's got a channel. He's a little newer. We've been watching him, but he says in order to truly have 12 hours of boom, you guys either need to flip a bottle. I throw it to you, flipping it. He does that, and he dropped his Balvenie, 12-year double wood.
What?
And broke it on the floor.
Whiskey Scout knew that.
Yeah, Whiskey Scout knew it. He watched it.
Oh my God!
He said, or we need to take our shirts off, and you'll make a donation if either one of those.
Wow,
things
both of those are painful.
Bottle.
You'll slip me a what?
Flip you a bottle.
Whoa! I thought you said something else.
Bottle. Wow! Right here.
Yeah.
Here
wow.
it comes. You ready?
Yeah. Here we go. Don't move the bottle. Surely we got. How about a bottle of Zeman? Does that count? I'll flip that all day long. We'll be throwing it. Yeah, we'll be. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's a water bottle.
Got it.
Hello.
Boom.
I almost hit it. I don't know if that counts, but it's Fuji water. We don't even get a kickback. We need Fuji.
Hey, let's do. What are we doing for a giveaway?
Fuji on board would be great. Let's just do a coin. You got a coin on you?
Let me go grab.
Hold on. He's gonna. I think the doctor's getting it. Never mind. He's running to double check. See, we're gonna get a coin. Grab a Sharpie. See, we got to sign it. What else going on in your world, brother?
I just went yesterday. I took my son to his first movie. We went to go watch Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yes, my boys are in Puerto Rico, and my oldest is like talking to me on the phone. He's like, "Dad, when we get back, we got to see Spider-Man." I'm like, "Yes, we do." Did you enjoy it?
I loved it, and my son was actually really cool about it. He's gonna be 2 in August, and he sat there the whole time, which is almost impossible for him to sit for more than 10 minutes, never mind 2 hours. So he did really well. It was an awesome movie. I'm a big Spider-Man geek, so. Sweet.
Yeah, I know. I talked to a buddy of mine that went and saw it. He said it surpassed all of his expectations.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. It was really well done. There's a little bit of paying homage to the previous Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. It was pretty cool. I liked it a lot, actually.
Cool. Yeah, he said they really did a good job of developing everybody, including the villain. And yeah, so yeah, I'm.
Claire the Third is going to donate $10 if I take one of those doctor shots.
Oh Lordy, Claire.
The doctor's going to get it.
Bad man.
You start making that a thing, this is going to get real messy real quick.
Yeah, real messy. This isn't like the right stuff. That's all I got to say.
Pick something lower in ABV.
He wants his money. A doctor shot. Yeah, don't be putting my expensive stuff in there. See, now you're around as soon as we start to come off the rails, brother.
Hey, I love it.
That's it. We're at 537. So
anyway, I grabbed coin 303.
Right, and I've got 305, but we're only giving away one of them. So let's give away, because we've already done his giveaway.
Yeah.
So one of these is
that was to a commenter, so just for Patreon.
Right.
Gotcha.
So this is Patreon. So why don't you give 303, since it's smaller, away to a Patreon
the Sharpies.
Now I've got to check because where's my phone? Right here. The numbers have been changing. So hold on, so that we do the right number grab. When we get on there, let me refresh. I know they're ticking off on the email. Wow, 33. So we're now at 33. That didn't work. All right, hold on. And you're right. Yep. Okay.
We're at 33.
33 patrons. 33 patrons. Now, what will be the kicker is I'm showing. Obviously, we're getting multiples today, but my emails show up as they come in. So I can look at my descending order to figure out who's what number. And that'll be the definitive, because we had 2 come in almost simultaneous, but they must have, obviously they were a few seconds apart. So I'm going to go off the order of how the email came in. And again, we won't know until we look at it later. We're under too much of a time crunch. Whoa, what is this?
That was fuller than you had.
Yeah, he filled up. Are you sure that's whiskey?
What in the hell is this?
I don't know. Oh my God!
What are you going to do with that?
I don't know. Get that away from us. Oh my God! He's got utensils.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
$10, Claire.
Hold on, $10. I don't know if this is responsible. That's all I'm saying. Although we're not driving. All driving. There is no driving. Whoa! What is it?
It's a rye bourbon.
Mm-hmm. Just rye.
That was $10.
Just rye.
You knew it was a rye?
I could tell.
Wow, he's good.
That's good. That is some serious whiskey knowledge right there, Scott.
That's good. All right,
that's called on-the-job training.
That's it. We're professionals. Hey, we're still good. We're just enjoying. We're enjoying you as a guest, sir.
Yeah, I'm enjoying being on. I thank you guys for having me. That's for sure.
He's at his parents' house.
Uh-huh.
I noticed there's a carpentry book. Would you like to comment on it?
We don't need to even pull out.
My father has a general contracting company. So
really? Phenomenal. All right. So the number is 33. I think we can remember the folks that are out.
Yeah.
We don't need, you know what? We're one's out, three's out,
15's out, 26.
Yes, 26 out. We'll have to look at our notes, or someone will comment. So I'm still going to do a random number between 1 and 33.
What?
Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 33.
It's 21.
2-1, baby.
2-1.
And oh, someone just missed the wire. Sorry. Someone
Next
just
time.
came in. They just missed it, though.
Siri, it should have been 6, man. It should have been 6.
We got now.
Did you write that down?
No.
What number did I say?
Did you sign it?
Yes.
21.
I said 2-1. It's like legal drinking age.
I've got some bags.
He's got bags. We're putting in bags. 21, Patreon supporter. Continue to back on Patreon. You can do it for as little as $1 a month, $1 a show. Go up from there. So, Whiskey 6, tell us what else is going on. So you've seen Spider-Man with your 2-year-old. He loved it. He stayed tuned. I can't wait to see it with my boys.
Yeah, I'm on summer vacation now because I'm a teacher. So it's been the first week off, and I'm enjoying it, to say the least.
Now, a movie question. Have you ever seen On Golden Pond?
I have not, actually. Tell me about it.
Well, Don Sutcliffe, it is not his favorite movie, but I got a big eye roll and like a slap after the show for joking around.
I
and
can't
asking
believe you
Don.
even still bring it up.
My mom loved that movie.
It's like rubbing salt in the wound.
Don loved it. It's part of it. How about, have you seen Quigley Down Under?
I feel like I have.
That's the Selleck movie. He goes to Australia.
Well, let's ask let's just
What?
stick with some whiskey stuff. Rob, what is your favorite style of whiskey? Your favorite genre?
Going away from
My
the
favorite, it's got to be Scotch, and it's got to be sherried whiskey.
Amen, brother.
I've tried so many different types. I love bourbon.
I believe Scott knew the answer to your question.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
There's a setup in the works here.
Yeah, no, I can't get enough of some of the sherry whiskeys I've had. This year has been a really good year. I've got to try some really, really nice ones like the Glengoyne 25-year-old with you guys. I got to try some other really, really nice ones like a Ben Riach single cask, which was Asian Pedro Jimenez. And I recently got to try the it's not a Scotch, it's a single malt, but 3 types of sherry Cavallons, which is the Amontillado, the Manzanilla, and the PX. They're all the Solists. So I'll be doing a review on each of those coming up, but I did a tasting of all 3 so far. So they're really impressive.
Very nice. At some point, we'll have Pete Lever on, and I'll ask him, what's your favorite style? We'll just guess.
Yeah. Pete Lover, what kind
Pete
of?
Lover, what do you like? Are you like a blended grain? Is that what you're digging?
Lizzie Harvey is asking, what's the promo code for 20% off on our site? I know on the website when you go to the shirts page,
right?
It's actually if there's a promo going, if it says 15% off or 20% off, click on that. There's a little down arrow, right, and then it'll bring up a little window and tells you what the promo code is.
That is a good point. Yeah, it's not like Amazon where you can input the promo code. It's actually part of the deal. Now we are getting we're about 2 minutes away, so why don't you talk some more about your channel, where people can find you, and what all's going on and what you got coming in the future.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Whiskey in the Six. You guys can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's slowly growing. I've been around for about 1.5 years now. I also have a Patreon, but not as developed as yours, obviously. It's around 3 Patreons.
Good. That's good. You got to start.
Started with one.
That's right.
We started with one. Mark Pixler.
Mark Pixler was our numero uno.
There you go. I think we all share the one that's similar. Mel, he's a good guy.
Oh, that's awesome. Have you seen his show where he's wearing like your hat?
I have. He's such a good guy. He's just starting a channel now, and I hope he does really well as well, because really, really nice guy. That's it. I sell my hats, but that's more based on people that message me. I've sold one to a guy in China, one to a guy in London, England. There's randomly people asking me for hats, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah, not doing too bad. I'm enjoying myself. That's the whole reason I'm doing it. But that's it. What big one do you guys have coming up? Are you allowed to reveal, or have you revealed?
Well, our biggest thing is we're doing that 16-bottle bourbon double-blind shootout. That's our big deal. We're still in the midst of filming it.
Yeah.
And episode 350 will be coming with the Black Art 5.1.
Oh yeah, that'll be big too.
So 5.1, you guys picked that up? Yeah, I need to pick that one up still as well.
We're gonna have to end this. The doctor's in. He wants to show us something real quick.
That's right. Apparently, we got to travel. We got to go into a special room.
Well, there's this.
That's right. We got to get checked out. Goodness. All right.
Going on there. Oh yeah.
All right. We're gonna kill it, brother, because we got to turn around. Thanks for joining.
That's Whiskey in the 6 right there.
Yeah, there's Whiskey in the 6.
Doctor in the 6.
So in the meantime, we're gonna Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Dummies. See you, brother.
Cheers.